Hello everyone and welcome back to Budokai. Today we're going to be doing some of Goku's training so he can beat up Vegeta basically. Now in the manga this was just basically a quick couple of... Basically when the real plot was happening on Namek, this was a couple of quick cutaways to show what Goku was doing and explain why he was doing it and all that nonsense.
Yep.
But we get a little gameplay segment out of it. Basically Goku is training to surpass Vegeta. Because... at this point in the manga, Vegeta, Goku, and Krillin, whatever his fucking name. Sorry, it's because it's Japanese. It's really hard for me to pronounce it. But basically, they're all way above Goku in terms of strength at this point, so he has a lot of ground to cover. But in a little bit of an annoying thing when you watch or when you read the manga, basically those three are the main characters of the Freeza arc. And Goku kind of subverts them, but just coming out of fucking nowhere like this.
Yeah.
This score's terrible.
Yeah, it's not really helping your game out much.
I think the Freeza arc is where, for me, Dragon Ball starts going a little bit downhill. Because I enjoy Freeza as a character, but this whole arc is just, fuck me, it never ends. Like I said, I joked in the last part about the 5-minute thing being 13 plus episodes. It really, really has a lot of stuff like that. Yeah. I mean, in the manga it's better because obviously it's oh, what's this? Oh, burst mode, right? Because it by nature of the manga, it because it's a weekly thing. He wasn't trying to put filler in. He was trying to get to the next. Hang on, what more pressing? There we go.
Cool.
This is quite an annoying one if I remember.
Doesn't seem like a very useful move.
There we go.
Oh, right, okay.
It just kind of activates this, this basically, which is, back in the day, this was like, oh god, they're like fighting like the anime, oh god, they're fighting so fast. But now it's just kind of like, it's kind of annoying.
They're fighting at the same speed, there's just some weird flashy lights going on in the background.
It's just like, now it's just like, it's kind of an annoying thing to activate, so I don't really want to see it that much.
God, I can imagine it's giving people headaches.
A game that I do want us to play is Budokai Tenkaichi 3 specifically, because very much like Budokai 3, it was the game in that series where it kind of figured out what it was and did something really cool. And also a lot of this music is from Tenkaichi 3 specifically. So I'm getting a lot of nostalgic flashbacks to this music because I remember really enjoying it. Nice. And Ethan, who he mentioned in the last part, actually had the PS2 version, which is the best version.
Yeah.
And the main selling point of that game is it has a roster of about plus 200 characters.
Nice.
So every fucking character that's in Dragon Ball or has done something, it could be Goku's mailman, it could be anybody, has a role in that game.
Jesus.
So even... Like, okay, Toriyama is famous for Dragon Ball, but that's not the only thing he ever made. He made something called Dr. Slump, which was a 4-year thing he did before Dragon Ball, that is a gag manga in its purest form. So when Goku, I'm going to call him Goku then. When Toriyama made Dr. Slump, that was a comedy, and that's all it was. That's all it was ever going to be.
Yeah.
And when he went on to Dragon Ball started as a parody of Journey to the West, which is a Chinese folklore thing. And it kind of in that first arc it kind of had that, but then it kind of leaned into its own thing.
Yeah.
So it kind of by nature of just because it was a longer story than Dr. Slump, it just kind of changed. But basically there are characters in Budokai Tenkaichi 3 that are from Dr. Slump. That's how fucking far-reaching they went.
Nice.
I mean, I've never read Dr. Slump. I have no intention of reading it. It's just I like my stories to have story, so I have no interest in reading something that is just a joke and that's it. I mean, Dragon Ball in all of its some of its earlier stuff has weird moments. I mean, in the first arc, Goku punches Yamcha out of the fourth wall. Literally punches him into a panel and it breaks. But it was still grounded in the kind of... It had a narrative. It had places it was going. I mean, let's face it, when you get to the Freeza arc, there's none of that. There's none of that gag manga logic. It's basically a story taking itself quite seriously. And nice. I like early. I much prefer early Dragon Ball to the later stuff. So I'm a bigger fan of when it was just like kind of an adventure that had fighting in it rather than just fighting with no story. But like I think the perfect mix of this is I mean in the Dragon Ball dissection he makes a point of saying about the Saiyan saga, so the one we just did.
Yep.
It's not an especially light arc, I'd say. It's still quite dark. It's got some dark, brutal moments in it, but it ultimately the fighting is the story.
Yeah.
And the story involves fighting, so it has a narrative. There's themes and there's stuff going on behind the just the action. But if you get to some of the later Dragon Ball stuff like Cell and Majin Buu, it stops being like that and starts just being action for the sake of it. I would have liked to do some of this because these are some of my favourite scenes when when Vegeta fights Raccoon. When that's almost a shot for shot from the manga and that as well.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah,
it's pretty sick. That was brutal as well. He broke a kid's neck there. What's your favourite Dragon Ball character? Because I have a lot of opinions about this because it's a thing I care about. So like I'm interested to hear what your opinion is on someone like Goku. So like I want to hear what your favourites are. We'll get into that.
Yeah, I don't know. I always worry having still not watched everything.
Okay, it doesn't.
I don't know enough.
I feel like if you've seen an episode and you know basically the characters, they don't really evolve much from what you're seeing.
I wasn't expecting a lot of character development, but you never know.
The big character developments are Gohan, Vegeta, and Piccolo. That's basically it. That's all you get. And I'm talking about the later stuff. The earlier Dragon Ball has character arcs, but they're very basic, and the charm comes in the basicness of it. So, for example, Master Roshi, his joke is he's a pervert. His character comes from the fact he's actually not. He's actually a wise old master who is also a pervert.
Just happens to be a thing.
Yeah, but that's where the joke comes from. That's what it contrasts against itself.
Yeah.
But so who's your favourite? I've given you enough time to think about this because
I know it's not
because I'm stalling now.
I know that it's also one of these things. You have to try and separate the abridged feelings from this all as well.
No, I accept your answer if it comes from the abridged still.
But I don't feel like it's the same.
But you have to remember the abridged, they're just exaggerated versions of what those characters already are.
I know, but then you sort of fond these kind of like...
Fondly.
Sure, that'll do, that's a word. I don't know, you always do have fun with Goku.
Now, I've got... in some of the newer abridged episodes, they kind of make a reference to this. But do you think Goku's a good guy?
Not completely, really, no. I mean, look, the stuff with his son and...
It's pretty dark, isn't it? I mean, they make a joke of it in Abridged because, yes, it is lol, Piccolo's Goku's dad, lol. I've heard that a million fucking times. It's stopped being funny now.
Yeah.
But, I don't know. I mean, Toriyama has said several times Goku was not meant to be the good guy of the story. But I don't buy that because if you read the early Dragon Ball...
It's kind of like saying...
He's a good... he rescues Umigami, the Master Roshi's turtle. Or Kami Sennin's turtle, rather.
Yeah.
He does it for no reason than to be a good guy. Are you really saying that he just did that for no reason? He didn't expect to get a reward from it. He even says he's just doing it because he wants to help the turtle out.
I think it's one of these things that just the character's sort of just been changed over time just because it happened, really.
I think Toriyama's words... To be fair, Toriyama's words were he's not a superhero. So he's not altruistic. He's not doing things to help people. He likes to fight, so ergo he will fight these bad guys because they're a challenge to him. That is basically the crux of this. But this is the weird thing, because I say that, and this whole thing, I love of fighting. All of the characters, I'm going to say before Z, so Vegeta mainly, they all are like that. Krillin, Ten, Shinhan, and Yamcha, they all love fighting because they're martial artists and they want to test their skills.
Yeah.
This whole thing of Goku likes to fight because he's a Saiyan is a little bit like, okay, are they all Saiyans then? Because they all like, you know what I mean? It's a little bit annoying.
They're a dodgy line.
But that's why I prefer the early Dragon Ball stuff, because I feel like all the the characters are simple, but they're really grandiose in that simplicity. So, because Goku is a simple kid and he likes fighting and all of this, I feel like I can accept a lot more of the sillier stuff. So, like, in the first Tenkaichi Budokai arc, I accept it when there's a song and dance number for absolutely no reason. Because it's like, it's an adventure, you're going on an adventure, you're doing silly things. And Goku's a kid as well, it's like, he's irreverent and he's enjoying himself. And he as far as this kid's concerned, he's surrounded by strong people he's going to fight. And I love that. I love that kind of silliness of it. But when it gets to later on and Goku's an adult and he's intentionally risking people's lives just to get a fight.
Yeah.
It's like...
It's a bit dodgy as
and
it goes on.
It's even inconsistent in itself, because in this arc, in this very scene... Well, the scene before it, rather. See, look.
Yeah.
That I know that line of this game has terrible dialogue, but like... He makes a point of saying, I don't want to fight you. I don't want to have to fight you for no reason. And I know why they do it. It's because it's meant to contrast him with Vegeta, to show that Vegeta is violent for the sake of being violent.
Yeah.
But so is Goku! He does it for no reason!
Yeah.
I remember in Abridged when he just goes, Sir, you're supposed to be doing that to me. A nice bit of trivia for the Abridged one, by the way. Masako X, who voices Goku, has said his performance of Ginyu was his least favourite thing. Because he said, I felt like I didn't achieve all of the comedy that could have been made out of that.
Okay.
And even if you rewatch it, I'm like, yeah, I see what he means. If you feel like I'm skipping scenes, I'm not. That's just genuinely how the story goes.
It's fair enough, really.
It's a good thing this isn't in widescreen, because you'd see that Vegeta was there the whole time.
Yeah.
Did you read that?
Yeah.
That's amazing. It's so bad. The thing is, as well, the thing that's really weird is that they're translating it literally, whereas Japan's a language a lot like French, where where stuff's out of order.
Yes.
So, like in English, we say things in the order that we're saying them in, because that's just how English works. But like in something like France, the way the sentences are laid out would be, instead of Goku does this, it'd be does Goku this, or something like that. That's a very
I think people know what you mean.
But like, if you translate it literally, that's when you get all the English and stuff like that.
It gets really mixed and weird and Google Translate.
Like, my favourite one is still, I don't remember what the anime is. People die when they are killed. It's just brilliant. I don't remember what anime that is though. So you said Goku. The thing is, I've got a lot of opinions about Goku, and I've gotten kind of sick of him a little bit, because in Super, the fact Goku is constantly the one getting the wins. It's like you have Vegeta, who's constantly getting shafted basically, or Piccolo, who is genuinely one of the cooler characters who has cool techniques. Hasn't been used. He was only used twice basically.
It's always just going to be Goku that's put out.
That's what annoys me a little bit, because it's
a similar thing, sort of, like the Joker. That's all they'll use.
Oh yeah. In terms of Batman stuff, yeah.
Just general characters. There's just one character they'll pick. They use this all the time. It's on T-shirts. It's on things. It's what people want.
And the thing is,
they think what people want.
I understand why they do that, because the thing is, Goku is the easiest one to market.
Yeah.
He is easy. He's got a great design. He's got a great kind of personality. He likes food. He likes to fight, and that's basically all he is. That's him as a person. But the thing is, I like characters like Yamcha and Tien. I know Yamcha especially is a punching bag for the fandom.
Yeah. I
like Yamcha. I think they've got cool designs, cool techniques, and I just feel like it's a little bit of a missed opportunity. The Tournament of Power arc, the last Super one that came out, had Tien, Roshi, Android 18 and 17, Piccolo, as part of the team. Yep. So I'm like, that's cool. You're using all of them now. I mean, Goku got basically all the spotlight. He got 2 new transformations, and he got a lot of the better animated fight scenes.
Yep.
But Tien got Beerus's respect. You know, stuff like that was really important to me watching that. Roshi had an awesome couple of episodes.
Yeah.
As a fan of these characters for a long time, as I said in the last part, it was like, it was so gratifying. Especially if you watch early, quote-unquote, Z, and those characters get used and then are never used again.
Yeah.
It's annoying. With a smile on my face. Oh yeah, gonna fight some Freezy.
Nice.
Gonna fight some Freezy Pop. What do you think of Freeza as a character? Again, he's one. I think I'll give you a minute to think about it. So I'll say about what I think. Basically, I feel like Frieza is very emblematic of Dragon Ball at its best and its worst. It's one of the reasons why I don't understand why people love him as much. So like this whole Resurrection F and the fact he's part of the Universe 7 team in Tournament of Power. I don't understand that. Because I don't understand what the love for Frieza is like that. He's not Goku's arch enemy. Goku doesn't give a fuck about Frieza until he meets him. Vegeta is a bigger enemy to Frieza because Frieza had him enslaved for decades.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It makes more sense for Vegeta to get the win on him or something like that. But they do have great chemistry. Goku and Frieza are really interesting to watch together. They are really funny. But like I don't know. When Frieza is in his first form, this whole little guy, he's actually terrifying. Is awesome. That's an awesome thing. Like in the Namek stuff and the Frieza stuff, they fight a lot of guys, and they get progressively more powerful. But Frieza still outranks all of them because he's Frieza. But when you start fighting, it's like now the mystery's kind of gone. Now we know what he's like, how powerful he is. Now we have an amount, we have a number on that. So it's like it doesn't ring true.
Right. Yeah.
And also, there's the ridiculous thing, the powering up thing Frieza does. So he's in his final form here, right? That should be as powerful as he gets. Nope, he's got 100% final form. And when he's powering up to 100%, he actually goes 80, 81, 82. It's silly, and it's like it removes any tension because it's like, okay, it's like anybody watching, and George as well. When you punch or you make a fist, use 30% of your power. What does that mean? Is it that? You know what I mean? It's very hard to judge something like that.
It's silly, yeah.
I know it's Shonen Jump and manga. I'm not expecting it to be fucking Macbeth or something like that. But I think it removes any tension because Gohan, Piccolo, Vegeta, and Krillin are all there to lose, so Goku can take the fucking step up to bat, basically.
Pretty much.
This moment is awesome, though. I feel like the whole Super Saiyan thing, the fact that Goku's it, I think it would have made more sense for Gohan to be Super Saiyan, considering the way Gohan is built up. But this scene's still awesome. I mean, we didn't get to see it there, but
no,
thanks, guys.
Just skip anything interesting.
Probably the most iconic scene from Z.
Nailed it. Good work. Good work.
Oh no, we did get to see it. He's in the wrong costume. I was just going to point that out there.
Nobody noticed, I'm sure.
It is note for note. He looks a lot like Gohan in that shot. Then this shot is one of my favourites from any manga, by the way. Damn, man, when he gives him that really withering look, also his eyes going through his eyebrow there.
Nice.
Also, that's the thing that I'm gonna sound like such a fucking plebeian when I say this, but that's the thing that never really rang true with me. Krillin had died before this. Tambourine kills him in the Piccolo Daimao arc. Goku lost his temper. He really lost his temper. Why didn't he go Super Saiyan then? What is it about going angry in this specific moment that caused him to... You know what I mean? It's just... Is it they have to reach a certain power threshold? Because if that's true, why does Bardock become a Super Saiyan in his special? In a really stupid moment, by the way. A lot of people really don't like that.
It seems the sort of lore isn't completely set in stone. It bends and
It's yeah, I understand.
depends on what's going on and the character.
I'm not again. It's Dragon Ball. I'm not expecting fucking consistency.
Yeah, that's the other thing I used to think about.
It's but this whole Goku absolutely losing his mind with anger. It's like I don't. Maybe if Gohan, Piccolo, and Krillin had died, then yeah, because he would have killed his son and two of his friends. But he didn't kill Piccolo. He just shot him through the tit, and Krillin died, and Gohan managed to get away. I'm like, I just don't buy this whole getting this angry about it. Is it because Is it because Goku was forced into a corner? He basically felt like he'd fucked up. Was he angry at himself as well? Because he quite arrogantly had gone to Frieza, I'm gonna kill you, and he fights him, loses, and is like, there's little things like that add up, and maybe it's the way I'm reading Dragon Ball, and maybe I'm taking it a bit too seriously, but it's something I love, so I want it to kind of bend to the way I like to look at things.
Yeah.
He's gonna go 100% now. And Goku lets him do this, by the way. He just stands there and lets him.
I'm sure we'll watch this happen. Be interesting.
Damn, I got Super Saiyan.
Nice. Get me some more gamer score. Can't complain.
I should have turned those notifications off. It doesn't matter.
Oh, you can do it on there, can't you?
Yeah.
I just never did it.
I feel like if we do it now, it's just going to be really consistent. So
It's fine. It's not the end of the world.
I wasn't asking your opinion, thanks. But yeah.
Okay.
See what I mean? Is he like a microwave? Does it go ding when he's done?
I hope so.
All that happens when he gets 100% his buffs up a little bit. And even that's not true, because he gets the Golden Freezer form later on, and he says, oh, I found a thing beyond that.
Yeah.
No.
There's no point ever paying much attention. Oh, this is my final form.
He's got one big tooth in there. And that whole speech of "I'm the light of the universe" and all of that is so out of character. You know, all this Goku's not a hero; he fights for his own amusement. Is completely negated when he says all that.
Yeah.
And I was genuinely thinking about this at work yesterday. Does he say that to freak Freezer out? Because the fact he's a Super Saiyan, probably didn't need to do that.
Probably not.
Oh, this is quite a tough fight, actually. We're not moving that fast, but it's surprisingly hard.
It's a little ramp.
That Kamehameha doesn't look like the original. Oh, actually, I do remember the first time we watched Dragon Ball together.
Oh?
History of Trunks. I showed you History of Trunks on New Year's Day.
Oh, maybe actually, yeah.
Also, don't want to be a negative Nancy, but technically Frieza was cut in half at this point by his own kind of key disc thing. Yeah, I'll do it though.
It's fine.
That's the thing that I remember in Dragon Ball Dissection he has a problem with. Can you just... What's the difference between that giving key like that and him firing Kamehameha? What's the difference?
Yeah.
Is there a difference?
Let's find out.
Is he going to say the line? When he goes, "You fall!" Oh, I guess not. Oh, hang on. Yeah. Oh, no. Hang on. Is he going to say it? Please say it. It's one of my favourite lines Goku ever says. Oh, damn it! I love when just Sean Shenmue's Goku is my favourite. I like this, the fact there's a little kind of red filter over the screen.
Very
Oh, the Armature Tien. First time we've seen you in this, even though you died earlier.
Yeah, that's fine. It's not important.
By the way, in this bit when Goku blows up, yeah, Are you telling me he managed to reprogram a spaceship just as it exploded there?
Yeah.
Damn, Vegeta. Oh, look how weird his proportions are there.
It's a bit off, isn't it?
Piranga's been lifted. I think I think the thing for Piranga and Shenron is Piranga there. He's based on, I think it was a Japanese kaiju dragon. I think Shenron's based on a Chinese dragon. That's why they look like that.
I see.
This is actually like the episode previews from the anime, because every single one would end with going, "Hey, it's me, Goku."
Oh yeah.
Even in the English one, he does that. So for 30 plus years, the woman who's been voicing Goku, who her mind slips her name, slips my mind for the moment. But basically for 30 years she's been going, "Hey, it's me, Goku."
Nice.